Hey guys, it is Dani and welcome to this video, and I'm here with updates on Tropical Storm IOTA, which is expected to be a very major hurricane at the time of landfall in Central America, and it is also going to be enhancing the rainfall across portions of Jamaica and I believe Haiti in the Caribbean, guys. And so also later down in this video we want to talk about the potential for another storm which would acquire the name KAPPA if it develops in the Caribbean. But before I go into all of those necessary details, guys, please do subscribe if you haven't and tap the bell so you know every time when I post a new video, because I will keep you guys updated on tropical cyclone activity right throughout the season. And you can also follow me on Instagram. My weather account is Weather Girl Dani'i and my personal is Dani'i Henry Official, and you can also join my Discord server. The link is in the description of this video. Okay guys, and so now let's look again at the satellite view of IOTA. So at this time IOTA is not looking so organized, but of course as time goes by it is going to be intensifying because there are those persistent favorable conditions that are going to be aiding in it intensifying. And so as I said, other portions of the Caribbean such as Haiti and Jamaica will be experiencing some periods of heavy rainfall from this throughout this weekend and early next week as it makes its way westward or west northwestward. And so guys, the heavy rainfall could result in some flooding, especially in the southern parishes of Jamaica, guys. So please take necessary precautions and stay safe if you're there. And so guys, now to the National Hurricane Center's cold forecast for IOTA. So guys, at this time IOTA still has sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, and it is actually moving to the west southwest at a very slow 5 miles per hour, I believe that is. And so guys, as it moves on to the west or west northwest, then we will definitely see it increasing slightly in its acceleration. And so guys, we're expecting that it might achieve hurricane status by sometime on Sunday and major hurricane status sometime on Monday. And so it'll be a major hurricane until the time it makes landfall, because conditions are so favorable, guys, that it's just going to be intensified. And actually I want to point out something to you guys in terms of where this might really go later down in this video. There's something very important, but from now I would be saying that anywhere from the Yucatan going down to Nicaragua, if you're in any of those areas, please be on alert for this tropical system. Again, even though the cone is showing that there is a potential landfall along the borderline of Nicaragua and Honduras, the system can go a bit more north, and I'm going to be talking about that later down in this video. But after landfall, of course, it's going to rapidly weaken, but that rainfall threat will be there as long as it or its remnants are still inland. And so guys, now to the model intensity guidance. And so there we have most of our models agree that this will become a hurricane, and quite a few expecting that it will achieve major hurricane status, which seems very likely. And as I said in my previous video, I will always be using the scenario of IOTA. What happened with IOTA is likely, or the potential is there for that to be the same scenario or the outcome of IOTA. So guys, as I said, if you're in any of the areas that I previously listed, please take the necessary precautions and be on alert. And so guys, now let us go to what our different models are expecting. So I want to point out something to you guys here. So we have most of our models expecting somewhat similar to what the National Hurricane Center's cold forecast is saying, but we have a few showing that it might go a bit more north and pass north of Honduras, and the possibilities there. If that is the case, it is going to be a very awful scenario, because it is going to have more time over water, which means that it is going to further intensify, and that is some very bad news for where it might hit after, again, if that is the outcome of this. But we really just have to watch it. Okay guys, so let us take a look at what our different models are showing at the time of landfall. And first up, this is of course the GFS model, and again this is a map showing the isobars, which are lines of equal pressure, and the closer you see them in a circular manner with the pressure being below 1030 millibars, that is a low pressure system, usually our tropical cyclones. And so guys, this is up to the 17th of November on Tuesday, and there we have that system IOTA making its way inland. It is showing very similar to what the National Hurricane Center's cone is showing, that it's the borderline of Honduras and Nicaragua could be feeling the worst of it. Going to the Euro model now, this is by Monday the 16th of November. There we have that very significant tropical system right there, and then as we go further out with this and see when it is going to be making landfall. Let's see what the year model is showing for it. And there we go. So there we have it again. So it's something similar to what is expected from the National Hurricane Center's current forecast for it. So this is something very, very interesting to see, guys. So guys, unfortunately, areas that were impacted badly by IOTA could be in for yet another hit. And then this is, of course, the CMC model, guys. And so this is showing that it's really going to be Honduras that's going to really be in for a direct hit from this tropical system here. So it's showing Honduras really being affected. And then the Akron model is showing very significant tropical system about to make landfall, guys. And so it is a very active hurricane season, guys. It has been very active, and it is possible that we might have another storm just soon in this same vicinity after IOTA. But first, let's look at the wind shear map across the Caribbean. We want to focus on the Caribbean, and those greens indicate favorable shear, the yellows mean neutral, and the reds mean unfavorable. So when we see those greens, it means that there is a lot of favorable conditions for this system, and it will be in favorable conditions throughout its lifetime in the Caribbean, as those conditions will be persistent, guys. And so guys, this is just one potential destructive tropical cyclone that is brewing right now in the Caribbean. And then looking at what the ocean temperatures are like across the Caribbean, we see that they are still so warm and so favorable for any developing tropical system. So it's really once we have the wind shear being favorable and the ocean temperatures being high enough, that is ingredients to support any developing tropical system to intensify further, guys. And so guys, it is very unfortunate, as I said, because the areas that are likely to be affected were hit badly by IOTA when it's made landfall several days ago, and just over a week now we have yet another major system that is brewing about to move into that same vicinity. And so guys, let us now go to the potential for another system. So this is by the end of the coming week. This is by the 20th of November on Friday. And so there we have that low pressure area developing well in the South Caribbean, so well south of Jamaica, right there. And so guys, that is looking like something very interesting, maybe a depression at that point. And so let's go further out with this model, and there we see that system. It has moved more south and looks like it might be headed to maybe Costa Rica or Panama right there. So if you're in those areas as well, we could have yet another system, but there are no new disturbances highlighted. But as long as there is going to be, I will keep making videos about these tropical systems, guys. And so guys, that is really it for this update. And so if you found this video to be pretty informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts in the comments or ask questions. I'll try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always be weatherwise, and I'll keep giving all the necessary updates on the tropics as time goes by.